Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Listen, I'm gonna skip the rest of the intro. I want to get right into this. The story just broke out of Clayton County, Georgia. A 6-year-old boy is in critical condition, fighting for his life in a very severe child abuse case. This woman up here is named Portia Wells. Her and her boyfriend, not husband, boyfriend, Napoleon Yates, have both been arrested for child abuse. Miss Portia Wells, whose child this is, her and Napoleon Yates accused the 6-year-old boy of stealing money. And over the weekend, Portia Wells allowed her boyfriend to mercilessly beat this boy senseless, a 6-year-old boy, until he fell unconscious. If that's not bad enough, it's what she did after that that I find despicable, and most likely you will too. Now, this just broke within the last 30 minutes. I'm going to play the video clip, and I gotta warn you, it's sad to hear, but it's a reality. You know, elderly abuse, domestic abuse, child abuse. I cover these on my channel. And stories like this are the hardest for me, because hurting a child that can't defend himself is a no-no in my book. And I'm going to just play it and we'll come back and I'll really get into it. Check it out.
Officials say the little boy is in the hospital in critical condition. Fox 5's Eric Perry is live outside Clayton Police Headquarters. And Eric, you just saw the mom being put into a police car.
Yeah, only our cameras were there. Good evening to you, Russ and Courtney. That 6-year-old fighting for his life in the hospital, broken bones, blood clots to the lungs, and bleeding to the brain. Only our cameras were there. Take a look as that mother, Portia Wells, was taken into custody. Here's what we know. Clayton County Police say Wells' boyfriend, Napoleon Yates, accused the 6-year-old of stealing money. Over the weekend, I'm told the boyfriend physically abused that child for days as his mother stood and watched. At one point, police say the boyfriend even told the mom to leave the room. So for days, I'm told, the boyfriend did nothing until that Sunday. The boy fell unconscious and the mom decided to give him an ice bath, trying to wake him up. That was unsuccessful. However, Monday and Tuesday, ordinary days for this mother. She went to work. I'm told she went and got her nails done. Her feet did as well, only to take him to the hospital yesterday. That's where Clayton County Police got that initial charge, that call to that hospital. The two face charges of child abuse. The mom faces additional charges of lying to police. She initially said she knew nothing about it or she wasn't there, but that turned out not to be the case there. So the mom, when we asked her questions on that perp walk to that escorted to the police car there, she didn't answer any of our questions. I asked if she had any remorse or anything like that. I can tell you her nails look freshly done. Her feet look freshly done. They'll go with the handcuffs and the jumpsuit in the Clayton County Jail. Here's what we're working on tonight for 10 o'clock. We're digging deep into the boyfriend's background and what police say the message in all of this is. You'll want to join us for that.
Okay, guys, those are the details so far, and it's sickening. Sickening, you hear me? Now, I'm gonna try to hold my composure, but some of the stuff I say about this woman may be insensitive, but honestly, so is the crime, so I don't give a damn. We're gonna jump right into this. First things first, little boy is in critical condition in a hospital, Clayton County. This bothers me, not only because he was beaten, but because of his injuries. Let's go down the line. Broken bones, blood clots in his lungs, brain bleeding, hemorrhaging, bleeding in the head. That sound familiar? You remember who had them same injuries? Tyree Nichols. Remember? Same exact stuff. Little boy in there, messed up. For what? And I tell you, I had made a video a while ago and I was talking about certain types of dudes that women should avoid. He is one of them types. Boy king. I guarantee you she is in the system. He lived with her, act like the house his. She desperate, so she don't say nothing and let him run amok and do what he want to do. She a doormat for him. Her and her boyfriend accused the boy of stealing money. The man beats him up mercilessly, like he's a dude. She sits and watches it. He falls unconscious, right? On Sunday, she tried to wake him up with an ice bath. He showed signs of life, I guess. Monday, Tuesday, she goes to work, gets her hair and nails done, leaving him in the house with the guy that's killing him. Killing him. Business as usual. Obviously, that little bit of money he stole wasn't enough to stop you with your dumbass lifestyle. You never put dollars before people, especially your children. And you don't put no man in front of their growth. Far too many times, a lot of women, of course, they like a guy, they look past everything else of who he is. This is a thug-ass dude. Here's another thing. A man ain't got, if the kid ain't come from his DNA, he ain't got no attachment to it. That's why it was easy for him to victimize that kid. He probably do that to other people in the street. This is a child. A child. At times he was saying, get out the room. Can you imagine that? You're supposed to be the protector. The protector. You going out that room, he looking in fear. He already messed up. I know his face and stuff was swole up, and he watching you go out, knowing it's more onslaught, torment and terrorism on him, and you ain't saving him. You ain't saving him. You and the boyfriend accuse him for stealing. What kind of household you got it in where you know he steal? What kind of man is this that he's not putting good values in him for not to steal? For all we know, this tugboat looking motherfucker probably stole the money and was scared of the guy and blamed it on the kid. Now I'm gonna keep it real. That's why I say it might be offensive, but look, we're gonna talk the talk today and keep it real. Look at her. She's a mess. I'm not saying love can't find her, she can't find love, but come on, man. Come on. Come on. That guy is using her. That guy is using her. Men are physical beings. It got to be more than that to make him stay there. He's using her. Most likely, he probably came out of prison. Remember I said girls, they meet these girls, and the girls be like big girls and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And the guys come out of and be nice and big and built, but they know they ain't got nothing. And they find somebody they can manipulate like they do in jail. Men are very manipulative in prison. You don't just come out of that when you come out of jail. That's all I'm going to say about that. But the fact of the matter is this, it's your son. You felt something when you had him. When he was laid on your chest and you bonded with that baby, you felt something. Somewhere down the line, with you wanting to live your life and this baby holding you back, it's a hatred developed. And then part of that is why you let him get beat on like that. And it's a lot of people out there that do that. It's a lot. A lot. And I don't mean to sound worked up, but I mean, who is going to protect these kids? A lot of people sit out here and say, oh, it's about the babies and stuff like that. But nobody covers these stories. They don't. This should never have happened. 6 years old? What is he? Pre-K? Kindergarten? First year in school? Summer come, he's out of school, can't even enjoy it. This is the happiest time to be a kid, the summertime, and he got to sit up there and fight for his goddamn life. How do you not protect your baby? How? How do you not protect your child? This guy can get up and leave right now. The scars and injuries are still there. You know what? I don't want to be with you no more. I'm out. Could have did that before. Men, problem solve, protect, and provide. Whatever amount of money that boy stole, I guarantee you it was minuscule and not worthy no ass whipping like that. And he shouldn't have touched the kid. Unless he was your husband or something. You blamed your child like he was a stranger with a stranger. Why you think he was so aggressive? Because you was back in the bullshit. Then he testing the waters. Leave the room. You getting up and leaving. Letting him beat on your kid. You ain't beat on him. You let him beat on him. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's gonna be a part 2 to that because the news, like the news said, tonight they're gonna talk about him and show him. They didn't show him. I guarantee you, he's probably way older than her. Think about it. He's probably way older than her and don't look like a match. Extensive history of violence. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just throwing these predictions out. And you got this guy around your son thinking he gonna teach him good values and be a good man. We are silly people sometimes. Silly people. We'll sacrifice everything for a little bit of attention. You went and got your hair and nails done, and that hairdo looked like fucking shit. It looked like a balloon hat. You know when them people do the balloons and they do the little hats for little kids? That show you she got a stupid ass mind. Who will go outside with that shit? That shit looks stupid. I'm telling you a lot. Your character is just a lot of times reflected on your appearance. She don't give a damn. She only care about her and that guy's, so he won't leave her, and the kid's just there. I guarantee you that child, if he did steal money, it's because he's neglected, and it probably ain't no food in the house because this motherfucker and her fat ass eating it. Guarantee you. He's the last name on the list. Or the last thing to deal with on the to-do list. Because he's a hindrance between her and him. I guarantee you, that guy is dragging her. Before this happened, he was dragging her. Just get up, leave when he want, all this other stuff. She get fly in the mouth, he threatened to leave. Oh! I'm gonna leave it at that because like I'm just picking right now and I'm angry. I'm angry. Let's see what happens. Let's see who comes forward and says something with any type of prominence or any type of pull or anything to see if people protest this or go off on this. Regardless if he stole money or not, he did not deserve that. He doesn't. To have brain bleeding, I don't like talking about the details, but he was beating on him like a man. When Tyree Nichols was stood up there and they was punching him and his head was going all over like it was attached to string or a spring and it was bouncing back. Imagine a grown man hitting a 6-year-old boy. He's lucky to be clinging to life. This is why I could not be a cop. She wouldn't have made it to the squad car. She would not have made it to the squad car. Once I found out the details, she would not have made it to the squad car. He would have made it, but she wouldn't have. And the reason why she wouldn't have made it, because she's the mother. That baby come from her, and she allowed this. There are different avenues and gateways and places you could have called if you were scared of them or anything, and you didn't do that because you hate that child. You hate that child. You be wanting to do what that man did to him, but you put it on that man to do it. because you didn't have the guts to do it yourself. That's why it was easy to you to see him in pain and stuff, because the failure that you are, you see and blame it on him. Despicable. Despicable. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna make this a part 1. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm gonna talk about the situation. More details will come out, and I'm gonna light fire again. I didn't mean to sound insensitive, but I got eyes. I can see. Stop. Stop it. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry if I offended anybody that get mad when people talk about somebody overweight, but damn, look. Take care.